Hey ladies and gents, and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be showing you guys how I achieve the ombre brow look, as well as how I apply my false strip lashes using some of my favorite brow products as well as my favorite lash glue. Before we get into the video, just a little disclaimer, I apologize about the lighting in advance. I'm working with natural light, which is my favorite type of light to use when filming. I'm still trying to figure out my lighting, so please bear with me. Now let's jump right into this tutorial. So this is what my brows look like after I do a full face of makeup. And yes, I do have them tattooed, but I prefer to fill them in with a good pomade because I feel like they photograph better. And you can see it looks kind of faint, so that's why I still do my brows. So the products I'm gonna go over is MAC's Dip Down Pro Longwear Fluid Liner. So it's an eyeliner, but I use this for the tail of my brow. And then I use Eco Brow's Defining Wax for the front of my brows. So I have the darker shade for the tail end and the lighter shade for the front of my brow. That is how I achieve the ombre look. And I also finish with the Senna Brow Fix Setting Gel. And it's a dark brown like this. And the tools I'm going to be using is MAC's 266 angled brush, as well as any spoolie that you'd like. So first I'm just going to run through my brows, get any extra powder from the makeup that I just applied off, and just to comb my brows in place. Then what I'm going to do is take my MAC 266 brush and I'm going to dip in the lighter pomade. And a tip, if you want a very precise line, is you just take your fingers and I will literally flatten it like that, and there will be product left. But what's cool about that is that you can go back in if you need more. So now I will take my mirror so I can get a closer look. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start from under the brow and just make a line. And I'll kind of go midway and then work my way to the top of the brow. I will take the brush this way and just kind of flick it because I don't want it to look too boxy in the front. I like to take a lighter color pomade for the front of the brow because I have a heavy hand, and if I just go in with the deeper shade, I can easily just make this whole brow like super bold and dark. Then again, I will pinch and then do the same thing on the left side. Make the line underneath and then work it up. Then the top of the brow, and then take the brush this way and then kind of just flick it. Now I applied a little bit too much product right there, so I'll just take the spoolie and just kind of fade that away. Once the front of my brows are done, I will take a thick napkin. Now don't come for me, but I am a thick napkin stealer at restaurants. This is from Coqueta. I don't take a lot, okay? And now I will go in with the darker shade of the pomade with the same brush, and I'll kind of just wipe off the excess. Then this one is very powerful and it's very pigmented, so I don't dip into it too much. And then again, take my fingers, flatten the product off, and then this will also flatten the hairs of the brush. Then now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to start right about here. And I will make a line following the shape of my brow. And then with the excess product, I will start working it upwards. And I'll start meshing the colors together. And then the line at the very top, I will just follow and then fill in. And then I'll go in with a little bit more product that I wiped off from my thumb, and then I'll go over the areas that I feel like need to be darker. Take the excess pomade from my fingers, and then I do the same thing. I start at about here. I start right here. And then again, follow the shape of the brow. And then work that product upwards, and then mesh the two together, the two colors together. And then we come above the brow and just follow that line. You always want to add more product after you kind of shape it, because the moment you add too much product and you just go for it, you'll probably have more mess ups. So I kind of have the shape, but now I'm going to make it just a little bit thicker to match this. And yes, I know our brows are not supposed to be sisters, they're supposed to be cousins, pen pals, I don't know, whatever you guys call it, which is very true. I don't try to get them to be identical, but I don't want to have a skinny old brow on one side, then a thick old brow on the other side, and be like, I'm gonna look like I don't know what I'm feeling that day. I'm like confused, you know? So if you want, you can go back in and again, flatten the brush and then start working on the details. Now that the brows are done, I will go in with Senna Brow Fix Setting Gel, and I like the tint in them because they also kind of add color and just dimension to my brow hairs. And then I will gently flick it upwards because this stuff is pretty pigmented. And I've been using this for several years now. I got it at the makeup show, and I've really enjoyed how they set my brows and just add a little bit more dimension and color. Next up is lash application. So I do have mascara on, and what I like to do is line underneath, and I do use a liquid liner. I'm just comfortable using this one. That way, when you apply your false strip lashes, you won't see the separation as much between your real lashes and the false lashes. I'm going to take some Ardell Double Up lashes in 1/13. When you take them out of the box, what you want to do is bend this part, just gently pull the lash off. So with clean fingers, I'm going to take my favorite Duo brush on adhesive. I get this at CVS. I will also list all the products that I use in this video down below. I love this lash glue because it's literally super glue for your lashes. And another tip when you're applying lash glue is you do not want to put a thick amount. So then I will fan the lash glue so that it gets a little bit tacky. And I don't use any fancy lash tools because I don't know how. And this is how I've always applied my false lashes. So now that it's a little bit tacky, I will hold one end and the other just like that. And now I'm looking down into my mirror here, and I will literally place it right above the lash line. And then I start pinching and pushing until I feel it adhere to the skin right above my lash line. And then you can kind of just play with it. I hate the corners. Who else hates the corners of the lashes when they like want to pop up on you? So what I do is I will pinch the false lash to my real lash to get it really close. And then you can give them a little brush up, and then I will do the other side. A little thin layer on the strip of the lash, give it a little fan, let it get a little bit tacky. So right when it's about to dry is the perfect time to adhere it to the lash line. So again, I will grab the ends just like so. And looking down is very helpful. That way you can just place it. I like to start with the tail end and then push it and work my way to the front. And then again, take your pinchers and just pinch your real lash to the false lash. And that also helps you kind of move it to get it as close as possible. And there you have it, guys. I hope that my little tips will help you guys achieve that perfect brow, that ombre brow. And I also hope that my tips for false lash application was helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you know when my next video will be up. Thank you guys. Peace.